Elijah leaves and finds Elisha. What is Elisha doing? Elisha is a ditch digger. That's what he does. He's a plower. He's a farmer. His life was following a pair of ox. Plowing the field, plowing the field. That was his life. Elijah comes, and it says Elisha is doing what he does, plowing the fields. It says he had 12 pairs of ox. So what does that mean? He was over his pair of ox, and he had 12 others that were over 12 other pairs of oxen. But his life was looking at the booty of an ox. That was his life. Elijah comes and puts the mantle on Elisha. But remember, Elisha's job is what? Following the backside of an ox. A lot of times, we can't move to where God wants us to move because we're chained to the ordinary. God can't move you to the extraordinary if you chained to the ordinary. The ordinary job that he had was his life was looking at the bottom of an ox. Elisha comes and says, there's something better for you, but you got to be available. And if you're not available, guess what? You're going to be comfortable looking at the backside of an ox. You see, you can't get to the extraordinary if you chained to the ordinary. Some of y'all are used clocking in to the same job week after week, knowing that God's got something else for you. Some of y'all are used to just doing the mundane, the routine things that you do over and over again. And God is saying, I got greater out there for you, but you'll never get to greater chained to the ordinary. How are you expecting God for the extraordinary if you're still looking at the ordinary? I can remember when Solomon was thinking about schools, and I'm going to tell you, when we got down there to Florida at FAMU, it was beautiful. We was having a good time. The sun was out. Palm trees were around. And all of a sudden he was like, but Dad, how am I going to pay for this? And I said, I don't know. I ain't got no money. And he was like, well, it seems like I can afford being in the state and going to Georgia State or going to Kennesaw State. That all seems very practical. I said, okay, son, it's your decision. But then the next morning I said, look, it doesn't require faith for you to just do what you can work out yourself. If you're going to get the extraordinary, then you better believe God for the extraordinary and not be chained to the ordinary. And I'm going to tell you, it's going on 2 years, and I've only paid $300 for him to be down there at FAMU. Why? Because he said, Dad, I'm going here because I'm believing God for something greater. How are you going to get to the extraordinary if you're still looking at the booty of an ox? Elisha was comfortable, y'all. He was comfortable where he was. It would have been fine for him to just collect his pension and continue to wake up in the morning going back and forth, plowing the fields. It was comfortable. It was fine. It was safe. His 401ks was intact. He got a check week after week. But Elijah was saying, don't you think God has something better for you? You'll never get to the extraordinary if you're chained to the ordinary. Greater is right around the corner. But the question is, are you just going to be stuck doing what you normally do, or are you going to believe God for something greater?